Hey everybody, Palm Springs Cindy. Well, it is after midnight. I am in bed, I cannot sleep. My mind is spinning. I just can't sleep. So I thought I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make a video, and I have a few things that I wanna share with you guys. Just conversations. I put my wig on, and I put a little bit of lipstick on. I still had residue makeup. Anyway, this is as good as it gets. I am a little bit delirious because I'm so sleepy, but I cannot go to sleep. Go figure. So anyway, I'm going to share a few things. The first thing I want to share is I need you guys, I have no idea what happened. You told me, but I didn't listen. I have 2 videos, the last 2 videos that I uploaded. The lighting is so horrible. Well, I don't know. So the first video, I think I have I don't even remember the name of it. I have to look them up. Anyway, I had a few comments that said, Cindy, your lighting is really bad. And I was like, what? I don't see it. Let me turn this down.
I'm still on vacation. I'm still
On my cell phone, I didn't see it. It didn't look bad at all. On my computer screen, or maybe it was my iPad, I didn't see it. It did not look bad. And I thought, what are they talking about? It must be their screens. No. Then when I saw it on the big screen on my television and my computer, I couldn't believe it. But I didn't take it down, and I'll tell you why. Because the content was good. It was, have I ever felt dismissed because I'm getting older? So I look like a zombie, and please forgive. Overlook that part because the content is good. And then my last one that I put up about tips for surviving a serious fall. See, it's late. My mouth is dry. And the content in that is also very good. So I'm not taking that down. But my hair is so dark, it just does not even hardly look like me. Normally my hair's not that dark. So I want to, I will tell you that with the one with my really dark hair, what happened, it was time to get color. And it wasn't just the kind of color that color my roots. I needed color for my whole hair, all my hair from root to end needed to be colored. And then I needed fresh highlights. It's just that time of the year. So she colored my hair, but in the meantime, it had gotten so light that when she pulled that color through my hair, when all was said and done, it seemed to look extra dark, and it was. And my highlights did not turn out. Something went wrong, so there was no contrast or texture to my hair. I'm looking at Poppy over there. She wants to go to sleep so badly, and I got out of bed, and so of course she has to follow me everywhere. And so she's on the couch with the blanket trying to get snuggled in. Then if you could see her, she's just got her little head poked out of the blanket, looking at me like, is it okay? Is it okay if I'm doing this? Oh, no, she's worried. It's not okay. She's going to come over here. So at any rate, I went back today, and she said she would redo my highlights. Well, she did, and it's better, but it's still very dark, but my hair does oxidize very quickly. So, but because I'm, I just woke up, but because I just got out of bed and it's after midnight, I'm just threw my wig on. So, all right, like I said, sorry about the lighting, but the content is good. Then, last Saturday, we have a new baby in our family. Her name is Eleanor. and my nephew, who's a teacher at Santa Monica High School, and his lovely wife, who is a who works for Disney. She writes a cartoon series called Firebuds, the cutest little cartoon animated series. She writes some of the, if not all of the cartoons, and then she also comes up with songs and things. Firebuds. If you have grandchildren, if they like Peppa Pig and Trash Truck, they will like Firebuds. It's on the Disney Channel, though. I don't know if everybody has that. And it's about these three main characters who, one of them is they each have, they like belong to the EMT community. So when there's a fire, then they hop in their vehicle and they run to the fire and they help their buddies. So they're fire buds. So cute. You know, when we were kids, we did have good cartoons. You know, we had Jiminy Cricket, we had Mickey Mouse, we had the rabbit guy, whatever. Then we had those horrible violent ones where the anvil would fall off the mountain and like smash the character in their head. Nobody ever died though. But they went through these horrible torturous trials. I don't get it. Okay. So we have a new baby. Her name is Eleanor. She was 2 weeks old. And so my daughter and I drove out to see them. And oh my goodness gracious, I got to hold her, of course. And she's just like this big. So tiny. You forget how tiny newborns are until you see one. And she's not even newborn. She's 2 weeks. But she's just beautiful. Just beautiful face, round face. Her mom had a C-section and they knew it because Eleanor was breech. So beautiful head shape, beautiful round face. And, she keeps her little hands like this. She's still in fetal position. Oh, so precious. And this is one of the first babies, actually the second baby in our family now that my mother has not been alive to high-five the birth. So anyway, but we've been trying to, well, not trying, there's certainly no effort, but because this is for my younger sister, it's her first grandchild. And frankly, my younger sister was my mother's favorite. I know she was, my mom would tell us. And she wears a t-shirt, I'm the favorite. She is. So my mom would have especially loved to see, her son's baby. Okay. Then, let me give you an Eric update. Eric and I have decided to be friends. And he is a great guy and he is a great friend, a pal. Now, we have fun together. We like the same things. We have been planning a trip. We wanted to see if we could travel well together. But then I got invited to the beach and I just could not resist that. And he had some others. He went to his family for a while. So at any rate, we planned this trip to New Mexico because I love Albuquerque. I love Santa Fe. It's all folk art and native and turquoise. And I just love those cities. So anyway, we're going to go. We were going to leave tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Well, I get a text from him yesterday, I think it was, and it said he's pulled his back out. He does not know if he will be able to make the trip after all, because with the bad back and then sitting for that, we figure we're going to have to drive 6 hours for the first few days to get there. And he said, I don't know if my back can handle it because, even if I get better, then my back could go out again from sitting like that. And if you are miserable imagine being miserable in a different state, not in your own home. So, I said, oh, Eric, I don't know if it's a good idea. But he said, well, if I'm better by tonight. So anyway, I canceled Kathy to babysit Poppy. Brooke was coming over to do a Just Us interview with some of her products. Okay, I canceled everything. Well, okay, long story short, as of tonight around 8 o'clock, we decided we're going. He said he feels 100%, he's fine. And so I said, okay, well, I was like, oh, I don't know. My mindset isn't there. But then I thought, I have a chance to go to Albuquerque and Santa Fe. What, am I crazy? Yes. So we're going. And we're going to take video and we're going to bring you along and you're going to love it. It's so beautiful there. Just a different community. You're going to really, for those of you who have never been there, you're going to love seeing it. So we are going, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Now, let me explain that I bought some earrings from Amazon. These are not them, but I bought these big loops, and it's hard for me to judge the size of the loops. I buy them thinking they're bigger, and then they come and they're small. So this time I made double sure they were big enough. Well, they were huge, too big to wear. And so I just pulled these out. These were my mom's. Actually, I have 2 earrings on. I couldn't decide which to wear, so I wore both of them. Just on that ear, though. Just on that ear. Now, the crazy thing about my eye makeup, like I had a false eyelash that was hanging off and didn't even know it. I have a mirror here. I have, and before I come on camera, I do checks. I look at my magnifying mirror to make sure I don't have, stuff in my eyes. And I do not see one of those things. I did not notice. I did not see that my eyelash was coming off. I did not see that my makeup, my eyeshadow was hideous. So I've got to go to the eye doctor, obviously. But when I check myself out before filming, I don't look like that. So what is a girl to do? I have no idea. I watched a show tonight. It was a documentary. I don't want to hear it because I know what your reaction is going to be, because mine would have been the very same. It was on, watch, I won't remember his name. Colin Kaepernick. I think that's his name. The guy that took a knee at the ball games, who now doesn't play ball because no one will hire him. Well, anyway, it's very good, and it's about his growing up. He was adopted by 2 white parents. In the film, Colin narrates the film. And so he's kind of standing there doing the talking to his younger self. Well, it's done very well, and you really get to see what his life like. Even though he thinks he has white privilege because he lives with 2 white parents, he doesn't, and his parents don't really see the things that go on, like at school and with his coach. Well, they do, but they're very good about saying, get over it. Too bad, or you're imagining things, whatever. And so he sucks it down. He holds it inside, and then I think when it like for example, they wanted his, he's had that huge afro. Well, people my age, baby boomers, afros were very in the Black community. And especially if you had good afro hair, and he does. So his hair, he's growing up, it's like in middle school, high school, and his hair is getting longer, and he kind of like needed a haircut. Well, instead of that, there was this guy, another Black young man who had cornrows in his hair. And so Colin noticed that and thought it was totally cool. So he asked, where'd you get that done, and what's it called? And so the guy says, oh, go to Janie's house, or whoever, she lives on this street. You just go in her house. She does it for you. She's like practicing or whatever. So he's like, oh, okay. So he talks to his mom and dad, and they kind of have a little bit of a fuss over it, but I don't think he did talk to us. I think he just went to Janie's house and got it done, came back, and the parents were like, what'd you do to your hair? And so but it was so tight, he couldn't handle it. So like 2 days later, he undid the whole thing. So then and he was sad because he loved his cornrows. Well, then his mom and dad talked about it, and they said, well, we're going to take you. The mom was a nurse or something, and so her co-workers, 2 of them were black, and they used to take a break together. When they were on their break, Colin's mom went out to talk to him and said, my son, and cornrows, and where do you go? I don't know anything about this. Where do you do it? Is it safe? Whatever. So they gave her the name of a salon. Well, so they go to this salon. She goes with him because he's still young. And it's a whole black culture thing. They walk in, and the salon's in the back, so you can't see the salon when you first walk in. You just see it's like a retail store, and they've got these T-shirts and just all the stuff that Colin had never really seen before, because he used to say to the other black guys at his school, "Where'd you get that T-shirt?" Because he dressed real preppy, and so anyway, he loved it. He just, and the music was playing, and everybody was anyway, it was kind of like, this is where I belong. And then they're like, where's the beauty salon? He's got a hair appointment. So they go, oh, it's back in the back. So he goes in the back, and once again, the music and the lights and the gals that are doing the hair, he finds very attractive, and they're not the typical white, blonde, blue-eyed gals. So that's like the beginning of his eyes opening up to the fact that he is not living in the black community. And well, anyway, okay, one other thing I'm going to share with you, because it's from a mother's point of view, it's kind of cute. It's very cute. His mom, oh gosh, she was so good. Every day, she says he eats like a horse, and he needed to eat. He's very slender. And so he played baseball, he played basketball, he played football. He's a natural athlete. And so she always had a hot, good dinner ready for him and her husband and her. But like the minute they came in, that hot dinner was on the table. And so, and it was, maybe a roast beef or a meatloaf and green beans. Well, then when he goes to get his hair done and stuff, oh my gosh, there's tons of food constantly. And the aunties are over there, and the cousins are all over there at the house where the black family lives, and she's doing the cornrows. And there's collard greens, and there's cornbread, and there's just all kinds of food that Colin has not that he hasn't had, but because the mom said, oh, I've cooked that. And he was like, oh, she goes, oh, I've cooked that. I don't think Colin likes that. But Colin was already eating it. He goes, oh yeah, I like this one. So anyway, that was cute as part of the, a difference in culture. So, and that's not the first time that food is involved. So that cultural difference was noticeable and cute and funny. Okay, so all I'm saying about Colin Kaepernick is that you got to see the stand he took from his point of view, from his life experience. So there you go. And then they did show, he gives like a little history lesson. But the one you guys and I remember is, I forget these were the Colin Kaepernicks of our era. It happened in 1968 at the Olympics, the Black Power salute. And it was John Carlos, and the other guy was Tommy Smith. So, you know, when as baby boomers, we've seen this stand before. It was at the Olympics. And actually, the one that got the gold medal that did this works at Palm Springs High School. I don't know if he still does, but he has. The whole time I was a teacher, he was there at Palm Springs High School. John Carlos. All right, what else do I have to say? Why can't I sleep? I'm like overtired, I think. So, but I am tomorrow. I said to Eric, I haven't packed, nothing. So I said, do we have to leave? Oh, do we have to leave at 9? You know, can we leave a little bit later and then let's go? So he's said he'd be here at 10. So that'll give me an extra hour, and I've got my alarm set for early, so I'll have time to pack. Where in the world did you get that? Oh my goodness gracious! My goodness gracious! No. Poppy. Ay caramba! You guys are not going to believe this. Oh my word. You are not going to believe this. She's on the couch chewing this. Look at this, my really good headband that I only wear like for New Year's Eve. Where did she even get this? It's up in my closet. But the box that it was in did fall down, which means my closet door is open. I can't even, don't get me started. It gets me so upset. And the minute I said, where did you get that? She turns over on her stomach right away. She knows she's in big trouble. Yes, you're big trouble. I've got the cutest little videotape of her. I'll add it on to the end of this. She's playing with one of my slippers. That's why I don't have slippers. She gets my slippers, and she loves to chew them and just shake them around. And so she brought one into my den. Oh, speaking of my den, real quick. A company contacted me. Now, you know, I get contacted all the time. All of us do, I'm sure. And the company's name is Settle In. Like, settle in on this couch. It's a furniture company. And they told me to pick out a piece of furniture. And if I would do a 3-minute talk about it, they didn't even give me a time. They just said, we do a video, put it in your house, make it look nice, share it with your viewers, and pick out a piece of furniture. I'm going to do that one. So I just sent in the one that I wanted. It's a couch. It's a small couch, and I'm going to put it in my office because I want to be able to lay down on the couch and watch stuff on my computer. I play with Poppy, whatever. Right now I have those 2 white chairs. This is a little video of my office/den, and I would put that couch right where those chairs are. The couch is a fabric, I don't know that it's boucle like those chairs, but it is some kind of a textured fabric. Then hopefully I could put those chairs, I could keep those chairs in there somewhere. They may be too big, I'm not sure. So anyway, we'll play around with it and see. I may have to sell those. I think I can put the couch in the middle and the 2 chairs on the side. We'll see. So anyway, hopefully those will come in. I just told her today what I wanted. I had to measure. I had to think about it. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to add the video of Poppy. P.S. I love you guys so much. And all of your comments. In fact, I've got to write down your names and then give you high fives mention over on my videos, because some of you have just written the dearest comments to me. And, there will always be those hater trolls. Poor them. But, 99.5% of you guys are wonderful and lovely and always write such encouraging comments. So anyway, if you have not, please, please, please subscribe. Check your screens. And on my base page, where I have the reddish banner and it says Palm Springs Cindy, find where it says subscribe. Click around and see if it pops up. Subscribe. Means a lot to me. P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation. Bye-bye. Oh. No, you get it. Get your toy. Good girl. Good girl. You want me to throw it? Oh, boy. Oh, you're mad at it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.